You may ask, who is smarter, the child or the adult? You may ask, whose choices are more correct, the child's or the adult's? Perhaps all of us assume that adults are more sensible, that adults have eaten more salt than children have eaten rice, that adults have more life experience, and that adults have learned more things. But do you know that the choices children make are often more correct than those of adults? A child knows whose word they should listen to. They listen to their teacher in school. They fear the police. They fear the discipline master. They watch their father and mother's faces. They watch to see who they can bully. If a child cries and get what they want, they will cry. If they laugh and get what they want, they will laugh. If they shout and get what they want, they will shout. If they repeat something many times and get what they want, they will repeat it many times. The child understands how to use many methods to test the actions and the hearts of adults. What about adults? Adults will indulge in their own desires. If an adult dislikes their family but likes dogs, they will keep a dog. But when they are hungry, will the dog cook something for them to eat? When they cannot finish their work or encounter problems, will the dog give them advice? Adults use their own concepts to specifically try to satisfy their desires, whether it involves building their own little mountain, accumulating material possessions, or clinging to their own perceptions. But when they are facing their biggest problems, how many people truly help them, regardless of whether they have invested in friendships or relationships with people around them? Everyone seeks to satisfy their desires. They seek out friends, attend gatherings, and spend money on others. Yet, they overlook the fact that when they are truly in need, those people do not reciprocate. Conversely, adults often give back to the child. Do you realize that many times you fall into this trap? When you were young, you were the smartest. When you knew nothing, when you were a blank slate, you learned the fastest. But when you think you are clever, many times you use your arrogance, your ego, believing you have succeeded. Yet, you make many wrong choices and judgments. Have you noticed this? Many people, when making choices, will accompany friends to exercise. But when they are sick, when they are stressed at work, when they suffer from depression, when they have cancer, or when they cannot sleep, their friends do not accompany them. You can accompany others to climb mountains, accompany them to travel. You can treat them to meals. You can spend very expensive money on one item, or spend a very long time with those around you, thinking it is very meaningful and valuable. Yet, when you or your family truly need that knowledge, information, and support, how many people rush to help? A practitioner, because they have the Dharma, their thoughts are clearer. A practitioner, because they practice meditation and settling the mind, sees things more clearly and is more stable. Yet, why do many people who have Dharma and practice meditation eventually fall back to the original point? Because they have not cut off their desires. They have not pruned and modified their wrong behavior. They still return to their greed, hatred, and delusions. Because humans have desires, they have greed, hatred, and delusion. So, if a person does not learn from childhood to stop greed, hatred, and delusion, we will use our own flawed perspective to face our new lives. When we go through one experience, we should gain wisdom. Some people even gain a lot of wisdom from one experience. However, many people after a certain stage, after they stop studying, after they succeed, after they graduate, hardly any wisdom from one experience. What is more frightening is that many people, when the same past events reoccur, they say they have forgotten. They forget the methods. Previously, when the same things happened, they had many solutions and succeeded. But when similar conditions occur again, they stand at crossroads, unable to find directions or solutions. Especially now, after the pandemic and after taking the foreign Western injections, many people have side effects. Coupled with the virus itself, many people's minds have become much stiffer and are moving several beats slower, seemingly regressing continuously. If they do not practice diligently, if they do not meditate and settle the mind, their mind will degenerate even faster and have less energy. However, many people who lack energy still believe they are fine. They know how to earn money, but their money is easily swindled away. They can earn a lot of money in one go, hundreds of thousands, even millions. But soon after earning it, they give it away to others. This is because their heart has lost its direction and its energy. So I ask you, are the Dharma and meditation important? Life is getting busier, but you cannot let go of the Dharma and meditation. Recently, we reminded those around us. If you feel a downness, if your speech is slightly louder, your inner self has already lost the loving kindness. In the past, when we felt unwell, nature was not so demanding. The pressure was not great, and the environment did not harbor such serious diseases. Many Westerners even say that the earth has cancer, that the earth is sick. It was not that serious before. The advancement of technology will make things increasingly serious. The humanity of future generations will diminish because people are becoming stiffer and more apathetic. Even when there is clearly a problem, they feel like there is no problem, that everything is fine. Many children are like this now. You ask children to use the correct methods, they refuse. Many children, 8 or 9 years old, are taking sleeping pills. Many 7 or 8-year-olds are taking painkillers. So, how are they the same as children of the past? Now, at the slightest sight of illness, they take antibiotics. At the slightest sign, antibiotics. Consequently, they think they can eat anything. Fried or pan-fried food. They can eat it all. In the past, in Southeast Asia, we would say, if you don't have antibiotics, when you are sick, you shouldn't eat this food. If you have fever, don't eat rice, eat porridge. don't eat eggs, don't eat bananas, don't eat things with high heat. Now, with the Western thought and antibiotics, you can eat anything. If you have an injury, you shouldn't eat very toxic foods. You need to keep toxic things out of the body for faster recovery. But now, with antibiotics, they can eat anything. They can eat whatever they like, driven by desire. Recently, we encountered a few children. They especially love eating fast food, bread, and convenience foods. They asked, "Venerable, is eating bread bad? I like it so much." One child said, "Venerable, I love French fries. I want French fries with every meal." So, can they eat that? Are today's French fries healthy? Do they have chemicals? Do they have preservatives? But their parents, their grandparents, their parents say, "Oh, if he doesn't eat French fries, he won't eat anything else. If he doesn't eat bread, if he doesn't eat fast food bread, he won't eat anything at all. So I buy it for him every day." However, that child is theirs. So many times we can see, without the Dhamma, they lack direction. Without meditation and settling the mind, they lack mental strength. Thus, it is hoped that everyone understands that the cultivation of mental strength is very, very important. When we go through an experience, we must gain much wisdom and understand how to prepare for a rainy day. Perhaps before we were engaged in true practice and heard the Dharma, we were lost. We walked, earned money, and got lost again. We were tired, so we satisfied our desires, fell down, were unhappy, had no direction, and had no energy to stand up. When we were young, we knew where we fell. We stood up, dusted ourselves off, and continued walking. Resting is for walking a longer road. But resting is not like resting for a week. Truly healthy rest is one day. If you are tired, you return home and rest for one day. But you cannot be lazy for one day. Basic chores still need to be done. In the past, when you had a holiday and rested at home, you rested. But you still had to do chores. Help mom and dad wash the car, sweep the floor, right? You still had to do basic things. Accompany dad and mom to the market to eat breakfast, right? People in the past did this. People nowadays truly lie flat. And if they lie flat for more than 2 days, no matter how outstanding they are, they will rot. Once they rot, their emotions become extremely irritable. If you nurture your children, your family members, or your partner this way, you harm yourself. You harm them. You hurt them gently, yet you think you are great. You think this is love. Your love is a great, great injury. Many people make mistakes and still think they are correct, and then blame others. They don't blame themselves. So today, what would you choose between practice and other things? For example, if your parents are sick and you have a choice between accompanying them at home or going out to talk and drink tea with friends secretly, would you stay home to accompany your parents? Would you read books or invite friends home to talk, cooking red bean soup or black fungus soup for them? Or would you leave your parents alone at home and run outside? If you are a person with energy, your family members or people with mental stress is willing to seek you out, provided you with good karmic conditions, right? If you don't have good karmic conditions, who will want to seek you out? You will certainly be stressed, and then you can go out and lose your temper again. Many people who lack energy, their relatives and friends not only fail to encourage their energy to increase or bring their loved ones to their side, but they even try to get them out to play, saying, "Oh, he's stressed, so I'll let him out for a walk." No, you are a person with energy. And if you are correct, if you practice, if you are right, you are taking care of others. Many people will seek you out. Many people will even cook food for you. You can even cook a little something, and people will be willing to come eat red bean soup with you and accompany you for 2 hours. So, good causes and conditions are very important. You must do the right things, choose the right causes and conditions, the right people, the right things to do, the right investment. True Dharma practice is very important. If you stop, you neglect it. If you look at it less often, the causes and conditions will change and turn sour. Adjust your direction and return to the path of true Dharma practice. This path is the only one that is safe until your endpoint. Many people walk in their greed, hatred, and delusion, become successful, read many books, and have a lot of money, but their endpoint is unhappy. True Dharma practice, even if started young, is good because once you are used to it, change is not difficult. If you deviate, it's not hard to pull back. When we stray on this earth, and if we lack the correct direction when young, and suddenly get stuck, encountering true practice again, sometimes the ingrained habit is very difficult to change. Simply watching one wrong video, that video will be remembered in your mind for many years and cannot be washed away. A wrong action is the same. A desire is the same. A food preference is the same. Similarly, the person who hurts you and the person who loves you are the same in their lasting impact, right? So, understanding all of this, the younger you and your children and family are when they have the Dharma and engage in true practice, the safer they are, the more they gain, and the more they walk the right path. You gain, you gain, you gain. Truly, please reflect deeply. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu.